We take three. Ready, four. Take four. Ready, one. Ready, two. Ready, five. And take five.
Previously on 24 Station Street.
We are here in the vault of memorabilia.
So as I was saying,
Cut the camera!
who is Christine Henry?
Oh my gosh.
Is this really warm in the ring? Oh, sorry for touching.
Oh my god!
Wrestling is everything. We're born, we grow, then we go through tables.
3, 2, 1.
Bar Wisdom, Station Street, Chattanooga, Wrestling Raps, Hip Hop Mania, whole team strong. Shout out Sahadi, JG, Big Ups.
Buy the ticket! Take the ride!
It's the wee hours of the morning, and we're still awake, waiting for the show to get uploaded.
As warriors, we are always besieged by life's daily challenges.
For the second week in a row, we've been blocked.
Our path is littered with trials and tribulations.
Tonight, we were blocked not once, not twice, but 7 different times.
We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon and do the other thing.
Who are these internet police? Screw them.
Not because they are easy,
We're gonna keep on fighting the good fight for you, the fans.
but because they are hard.
We will not give up.
Because that challenge is one that we're willing to accept.
Whoa, stop everything. Before we go on with this one-man pity party, the people don't want to hear this. They don't want to hear about the struggle. They don't want to hear about the product. They want results. They don't care that after all these years in media and in wrestling, that you still don't understand trademark or copyright or infringements or anything like that. We'll blame that on you, so please, it's kind of embarrassing that you even use that as an excuse. We want results. Stop being a Melvin, Zahadi. Give the people what they want.
Welcome, everybody, to part 2 of our look back at the 90s.
Oh yeah, we're still in the 90s, baby, still there.
My special guest tonight is Cody Deaner. You're going to see a side of this man that you've never seen before.
And we're also going to take a look at part 2 of our Gunnar Stunnar. Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Also, Big Ups is back, and he's going to give the countdown to the top 10 wrestlers of the 90s as voted on by you, the fans, the critics, and also AI.
I'm curious to see who's number 1.
Have you seen Pete Pitts lately?
Oh, I haven't at all. Have you?
No. I think he's shell-shocked still.
Really? From the, oh my gosh.
It's been 2 weeks, you know? It's just like...
That was scary. He may still be running.
Yeah, he was fighting.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to yet another episode of Backstage Pass. We have the great David Zahadi here. David, if you didn't work for WWE, would we not have the Attitude Era?
Of course not. It was all me. I did everything. I created the Attitude Era all by myself. And if I was to say that, Jonathan, that'd be a lie. But the Attitude Era actually happened with one particular spot, one spot alone, that had the Attitude tag at the bottom, and that was all. Mm-hmm. It wasn't the Attitude Era, but this spawned it. Mm-hmm. And right now, let's roll that promo. Oh, I forgot Matt Taven said earlier.
After all these years in media and in wrestling, that you still don't understand trademark or copyright or infringements or anything like that.
I can't show that footage.
So you made them athletes in the eyes of everyone equal.
Yes, and John, this one spot that I did with Chris Chambers, I co-wrote it with him, it spawned everything, because people saw that and then just like, wow, let me start writing edgier shows. So Vince Russo and the creative team started writing edgier shows. The kids that were cutting the packages back then started cutting edgier packages. Everything became edgier, and there was no grand plan. Everybody thinks there's a grand plan for the Attitude Era. There wasn't one. It's that spot just happened to be like, throwing a match in a dry haystack, and just caught on fire from that one particular spot, which we cannot show. Thank you, Matt Taven, for reminding about that.
What were some of your favorite moments from that era?
John, I wouldn't say moments, but Vince McMahon gave us great creative latitude. And we were doing things we never did before, so we weren't afraid to try. We were not afraid to take a chance.
I just have to ask, what was it like behind the scenes working with those stars before you knew the end results?
It was fun, John, because they knew we were doing something special too. They didn't know what, and they wanted to be part of it. So it was fun because they would do anything. They would try anything that we suggested. They would even suggest us some things that we can do. So it was collaborative between myself, Chris Chambers, production team, and the talent.
Okay.
And it made it so much fun, so easy to work because it was a great handful of talent back then at that time.
You mentioned being edgier, and you know, I want to go more there because I know that during this time, things were a lot more edgy, and you can do a lot more things on TV than you can do right now. What was it like, you know, balancing that, or actually walking that tightrope of edginess? You know?
There was no tightrope. We kept on pushing the tightrope back
Okay.
because we were going edgier and edgier, John.
Okay.
And in the segment that we got blocked on last week, we talked about how the fact that a lot of stuff we did then, we can't do right now.
Okay.
But back then, I kept on pushing the envelope. Hey, we got away with it. Let's push it further. Hey, this is working. Let's keep on pushing. And we kept on pushing and pushing and pushing.
Oh, you said you were able to just call Vince and be there.
Absolutely.
And actually, you say something, this goes, you know,
Yeah.
this, that, and the other.
I was kind of like Vince's golden boy. I could do no wrong. And in a lot of ways, he was like my father in that way, John, because I could do no wrong, but Vince had this really, really tough side of him where he'd break people. I was fortunate that was the one that he didn't do that. And I remember every Friday for like the last 5 years, we would end the day by me going to Vince's office and pitching him an idea for a spot. And he loved that. Because at the end of the week, it was Friday, and his last meeting was me. And I would do things with such enthusiasm. Like, Vince, imagine if we have like, you know, this room spot, like this guy's building a field, and it's like Field of Dreams, where he thinks wrestling's gonna show up, but instead it's Amish and little people. And just my excitement would get Vince happy, whether he liked the idea or not.
The Field of Dreams. I remember that commercial, The Field of Dreams.
Hey,
Oh, yes.
let's show that right now. Oh, Matt Taven, sorry, we can't show that, sorry. Yeah. But anyway, John, guess what? I have a question for you before we wrap this up.
Go ahead.
What do you think about the 90s? Because I thought they were wonderful.
I actually think the 90s were some of the best times in the world.
Yeah, they were.
For me, especially, I was born in '88. So I was primed through all this era, all this nostalgic era that people love now. I was in it.
Yeah.
I was immersed in the wrestling cards, immersed in the whatever was around. Even I had wrestling pogs back then.
Oh,
Do you remember pogs?
I can't remember.
I remember being all of a sudden, I remember being on the back of the bus every day with the rock fist every single day. And I was a huge wrestling fanatic. And the video games too. I want you to know this, you actually did a lot for the video games that you probably don't know. And I remember a lot of that being involved because they had some of the best selling video games at the time too.
Yeah.
Especially I think in '99 and 2000.
Yeah, featuring The Rock. And they were fun to shoot too.
Yes,
We
okay.
shot them in South Beach, Florida. They were fun.
Okay, well again, thank you so much again for Backstage Pass, Sahadi. I'll wrap it up. And again, thank you guys for tuning in for another episode. And again, until next time, my man.
My man.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
If you don't want to speak it, say it on your shirt. Bar Wisdom presents an irreverent collection of bold teas that are witty, wry, and sometimes offensive. But you don't care. Go to barwisdom.co and click on apparel to see our unique collection of t-shirts, caps, and more. Oh, and there's even a Bar Wisdom book, too. Be bold. Be you. Get your merch today. barwisdom.co.
Oh, heck yeah. We are here with Gunnar right now. I can't tell you how much of a big fan I am. We are here in the vault of memorabilia. You can't believe what's in this room.
Wrestling memorabilia is becoming much more popular today because of how important and popular wrestling in general is coming today. With it being on Netflix and all that, the collectible side of it is growing, just like wrestling is in general. I definitely think that wrestling fans are the most passionate collectors across all sports.
Last but not least, of course, is the prized possession. Now, you specialize in cards, wrestling cards, and I'm holding a Cody Rhodes rookie card in my hand. We're gonna bring it over to you and Chris Scott. Again, friends of the hobby, friends of wrestling, friends of everything memorabilia here. All right, Chris, you and Gunnar, you guys go back and forth about some of the cards that you think are so unique that our viewers would actually appreciate.
So what I would highlight first of all in cards, there's things called kabooms. These are incredibly popular these days. It's mainly because of just how it looks. It really just pops off the card. These are really sought after cards. This would be one of my hand picks. I'm gonna have to go with what started this all. This one right here. This was the first Cody card that I ever remember buying, and it's a dual autograph with his father, Dusty Rhodes. Super hard to come by these days, but I bought it for $40 on eBay a long, long time ago. And so that's the one that matters the most to me. That's what started it. So that's the one I'm going to pick. So I love cards, and these days they have numbered stuff. They have like diamonds and all this stuff that make cards incredibly popular. This right here, which is the flawless 1-of-1 Cody Rhodes, this is basically like the holy grail. I mean, this is what people look for their entire life to try to get, and Gunnar procured it. So hats off to you, sir. That's a good one. I'm going to throw it back some more. You see this one we're holding is a Cody Rhodes rookie card. Well, in cards, they also have a chrome version of this card, and this is his top chrome Super Fractor rookie. Super Fractors are very important. Probably one of the most, if not the most, sought after parallel in the hobby. And I picked that up after looking for it for a long, long time. I finally secured that one, so I have to pick that one for sure. That's a big one. My last choice, I just love cards that really catch my eye, and so this downtown, again, kind of like the Kaboom, the downtowns are like crazy sought after inserts, and so this one would be my next choice in the scheme of things. All right, I'm gonna highlight one more that I really love personally, and it's different. These booklets right here, they fold out. This one's a trifold booklet highlighting Cody Rhodes versus Seth Rollins at WrestleMania in Dallas a few years ago. Numbered to 10, piece of the mat from that match. I'm a huge fan of these booklets, so yeah, I'm gonna have to go with that one. And it's a classic match, one of my all-time favorites. So yeah, love it. I love that guy too. He's a really good dude. I wish he was here with us today.
Thanks so much, Gunnar. Thank you so much. Before you go, I'm gonna drag you over to this corner one more second, please. Yeah. I know I'm a big fan of the pristine toys that you have. You have the whole crew over here. You have the whole crew.
Yeah.
Tell me how you acquired these.
Same thing. Just growing up, that's what started it. Collecting figures with my dad, my little brother. So mostly what I have Cody, but I got some love for Shawn Michaels. I got some love for Jey Uso, so I've got some figures of them as well.
Yeah, and big shout out to AEW. Big shout out to TNA. Big shout out to WWE, of course. But I see the AEW, the TNA, and also, MLW. All of them. Are you kidding me? I absolutely love every single one of them. Whether it's TNA, AEW, MLW, WWE, the love is all on the mat, and I love to see people's hard work, sweat, tears, and enjoyment bring it to me. Because I still think that Stone Cold and Vince McMahon did not like each other.
Well, I don't think they did either, and that's why it came across as such great TV, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Some of the best ever. I am actually giddy as a schoolgirl right now. I can't even lie. We're born, we grow, then we go through tables. That's what we do here. Wrestling is everything. And again, I want to thank you for your time today. Chris, I want to thank you for your time today. I can't tell you how much of a little kid you made me feel just now. A lot of stuff that I'm thinking about seeing and having in my hand, I felt in this room. And again, I appreciate you guys. And again, thank you for giving us this interview on 24 Station Street. We absolutely appreciate you being a part of this wrestling podcast and appreciate you, sir.
Thank you guys for bringing me on. 24 Station Street's where it's at, y'all.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Beyond the Squared Circle. My guest today is a special one. He's not just a performer, but he's also a personal friend. Ladies and gentlemen, say hello to Cody Deaner. How you doing, Cody?
Hey, Sahadi. How's it going, man?
It's going great, man. Hey, there's one real reason why I wanted to do this podcast with you today.
Okay.
It's out there. You're not going to like it, but I haven't seen you since I got terminated in May by TNA. So I just want to see your face, Cody, and hear your voice. And guess what? We can end this right now if you want to, okay?
No, man.
Yeah.
I love that I'm seeing your face. I'm hearing your voice. I love it. We text back and forth every once in a while. We check on each other, but it is definitely nice to see your face, Sahadi.
Yeah, and likewise, you're a good friend. Cody, here's a question I ask a lot of guests, and it's a simple one, but it's like, what first drew you into wrestling, and how old were you when that happened?
I was 5 years old. I still remember the first time I watched professional wrestling. Like a lot of guys my age, I saw Hulk Hogan for the very first time. And whatever it was, that it factor that they talk about in professional wrestling, Hulk Hogan had it, and he drew me in, and I had no idea what I was watching, but I just knew that I had to keep watching it, and I just continued to watch it, and I fell in love, and that's like one of my very first memories, period. Not wrestling memory, but just memory, period, was seeing Hulk Hogan for the first time. And I'm like, that's what I'm going to do.
Oh, so it wasn't my video packages like Matt Taven said?
No, it was not. I'm older,
This
Sahadi.
interview is over right now. Cody, here's one amazing thing about you that I want fans to know. There are talent that play baby faces to switch characters, become heels, but they're still pretty much the same person. What impressed me about you before you became your friend was that, my gosh, the way you play a litany of roles, Cody, it's amazing. It's so believable. Like you were one of the Deaners way back in the day. Then you joined Violent by Design, completely different character. And then, of course, you became the Design. And that's not an easy thing to do, to just, change a complete character, like in a method kind of a way. How do you find that inside you to be able to be this different character? Not Cody that is a heel, but this different character entirely.
Yeah, man. I mean, you nailed it on the head when you said this method type of mentality, like a method actor. I guess I kind of do that when I'm deciding to drop in. That's kind of what I refer to as I'm dropping into that character, which is another way of saying I just become that person. So I've done a lot of wrestling seminars, or I talk to young talent who ask me, how do you do that? How do I portray a heel? And I just say, well, I don't portray a heel. I become a heel, and I just feel what I'm doing. So I remember the very first time I came out to the ring on the stage with Violent by Design and the match that I had, and I watched it back, and I'm like, oh, those are some cool facial expressions and mannerisms that I'm doing, but I didn't plan any of them. That was just what naturally came out of me while I was doing it. So nothing was kind of predetermined and thought out, oh, I'll do this with my face and I'll move my shoulders like this. None of that was planned. It was it literally just came out of me because I became that character. And it's relationships that I've made with my fans, and a lot of them are young wrestling fans, young kids that I've met along my journey that look up to me and, consider me their hero. And it's almost like that's validation in the sense that when I was a kid, I wanted to be like my hero, Hulk Hogan. I looked at him with these stars in my eyes and I thought he was the coolest. And now I'm looking at the eyes of these young kids that I meet, and they're looking at me in the same way. And I take that very seriously. It's not a game. I'm not playing a role. It's that's real, right? And you can call wrestling as fake or whatever, predetermined, whatever you want to call it, but that relationship with the fans is real. It's real to me, and I take it very, very seriously.
Appropriately, this segment is called Beyond the Sports Circle. And that's what I really want to talk to you about, Cody. You do all this charity, humanitarian work. You do speaking work to kids. I want you to tell everybody about that and take as long as you want, okay? The floor is yours right now.
Oh, wow. Well, thank you for that.
Yeah. It means a lot to me, Cody, because I follow you on that. And I'm like, wow, I love this guy. He's not just, a great wrestler, a good person. He's got a good soul. He's going out there, and he's inspiring children and teenagers, making a big difference in their lives. And never underestimate the value of that, Cody.
Yeah,
never. It's so powerful.
I agree. So I'll start with the charity work. That actually they both started in the same way. The charity work that I do, and then also the speaking, they both kind of just fell on my lap, and I saw this opportunity, and I decided I'm going to take this opportunity and I'm going to run with it. So the charity work was, I was at a fundraiser for the Special Olympics, and there was this amazing artist who made this painting of me. I felt very honored. He said, why don't you give this painting away to some kids. I know you do a lot of work with kids. You have a lot of young wrestling fans. Here's 5 copies. Go give them away. And I just all of a sudden got this idea in my mind for Give Her for charity. At the time, I was coming down to the ring and I was saying, give her, just give her. But I wanted not just give her in the ring. I wanted to give her for a good cause. So this idea for Give Her for charity just popped in my brain. I said, hey, can I sell these paintings rather than just give them away? I'm going to sell them, but I'm not going to keep any of the money. I'm going to donate the money to charity. I'm going to see if I can find some charities to work with. So the first charity I picked was actually the powerlifting Special Olympics team in a town not far from me. They were actually at this fundraiser, so we were able to raise $300. So the Special Olympics powerlifting team got a bunch of new equipment. I went to their gym, worked out with them, handed the cash that I made. Like, it was just the kindness of wrestling fans donated to this cause. I took that money, the physical money, in my hand, brought it to those Special Olympians, handed them the money. They were so appreciative, and they were able to buy new equipment. And then that kind of started this journey where I'm like, I got to find some more charities. And so year to date, since I started, we've been able to raise over $20,000 for different children's charities all across North America. And it was just this opportunity that kind of fell in my lap. And I'm like, I'm going to run with this. I'm going to try it. And I'm traveling all across Canada and the United States, going into elementary schools, middle schools, and high schools, sharing my story, encouraging kids that they can dare to dream big, because I grew up in a small town with a population of less than 200 people. So I was told at a very young age, like, look, this dream of yours, it's a neat one, but it's not possible, because of your circumstances. And I go into schools and I tell the kids the opposite. It doesn't matter what your circumstances are. Don't let the size of other people's expectations dictate the size of your dreams. You don't have to dream small just because people might put small expectations on you. You can dare to dream big.
Say you're on the road more for wrestling or for doing this kind of work?
It's about 50-50. Yeah.
Cody, last question for you.
Yeah.
How many kids do you have?
4.
Do they get upset that daddy's on the road all the time? Does your wife get upset that daddy's on the road all the time?
You know what? It's very cliche to say, oh, my wife's a saint, but like mine actually is. When we got married, I remember sitting her down and saying, look, if you're going to marry me, this is what kind of comes with the package. I already been wrestling for about 10 years at the time. And I said, hey, this is what a life of a wrestler looks like. And I want you to know what you're getting into. And I want you, if you're going to accept it, this is really what you're accepting. Because I don't want to, I want to be upfront with everything. And she said, I'm game for that. And she has never gone back on that. She has never complained. She's never said, you're gone too much. She's just accepted it.
Cody, you're an inspiration to a lot of people, including me, and I mean that. I see the way you carry yourself backstage. I see this charity work and the speaking work that you're doing. And one day, I want to be like Cody. I do. I'm being serious right now. So thank you for your time here on Beyond the Sports Circle. I'm glad we got to talk about stuff beyond the sports circle.
Me too, Sahadi. Thanks for having me.
Good seeing you soon, Cody.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Big Up's Best Bets.
Big Ups, you look different this week. Why?
Oh, I grew up my beard. Yeah.
Why are you not in the studio?
He's supposed to be, John.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's so pretty out here, and how can you get out of this sunflower mode, you know?
Okay, Big Ups. Just give us the list. It's been sealed and certified, right?
Sealed up, unopened. Here we go. Oh, shit. All right. Maybe I took a sneak peek. Here we go, guys. Top 10. Number 10, Kevin Nash. Number 9, Hulk Hogan.
Oh, come on! I didn't think I'd have to interrupt the show again, but clearly I need to. Number 9, this is disrespectful to the man we know as the Immortal One, Hulk Hogan. I understand there's plenty of stuff you can say about Hulk Hogan today, but in the 90s, that man changed everything. In one night, went from the most loved to the most hated. In the 80s, he went from body slamming Andre the Giant to being as tall as Andre the Giant in the 90s when he stood on his wallet.
Matt, it's not my poll. It's a poll of 17 people and AI.
This man is the reason why wrestling is the way it is today. And we need to put him a little bit higher on the list of wrestlers of the 90s, if you ask me.
Fair point there.
He had the golden Fu Manchu, a beard that looked like it was spray painted on, and the skin of a hot dog that was glistening in the summer sun. You need to show some respect, you jealous Melvin. Hulk Hogan needs to be higher than number 9.
I don't know what to say.
Number 8, Sting. 7, Mick Foley. Number 6, Triple H. Number 5, Shawn Michaels. Number 4, Bret Hart. Number 3, The Undertaker. Number 2, can you smell it? 'Cause it's The Rock. Number 1, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
You beam us up fast. Stand by to beam us up.
Get crap shots, everybody else. Ready 6, take 6. Ready 4, take 4. Ready 3. Ready 6, take 6. Ready 3, take 3.
Hell, you can fry.
Here we go in 3, 2, 1.
4, Bret Hart.
It's Bret Hart.
I don't hear Cody.
Boom! He says he's ready.
Yes. You want to clap?
Ready, 3, 2, 1.
Redo it from there. From there. Got it.
I fucked up.
Good. Welcome, everyone.
Cody, it's weird. This hasn't happened before. It's gonna help me get this thing started.
Yeah, man, no worries. Yeah.
Number 3, Stone Cold Steve Austin. I said number 3. I said number
I messed up higher.
You're getting close. Okay, I'll do from top. Ready?
That recording.
Good blooper B-roll content.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you.
Yeah.